Hi, everybody. I wanted to send you a little video today. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about budget and savings. I realized that a lot of people in the group have been adding comments that what they're really working on right now is saving. So I figured I would let you know a couple things about what my husband and I did to save up for our properties. I also want to say today's my birthday, so leave me comments. I dyed my hair pink yesterday. I don't know. We'll see how well that goes. So let me know what you guys think. It washes out. Don't worry. I'll be back to a blonde in a couple days. But anyway, budget tips. One of the first things that you guys probably always hear about is the idea of making sure to increase your income and decrease your spending. So for increasing your savings, one thing that I do, because usually you can't just go to your boss and ask for a lot more money, is the idea of starting a side hustle. So there's a ton of ways that you can use the skills that you have to be able to make extra money if that's something that you want to be interested in. One thing that actually I was able to do is the realtor that I ended up working with that I mentioned in my last video. He was looking for an assistant, just somebody that can help with emails and some social media posting and things like that. So I actually offered my services to him for a nice little monthly stipend. And then also he mentors me about how to grow my business within the real estate market. So it actually helps me in two ways. One, because I have money coming in, and two, because I can learn more about how to invest, because this is something we don't really just go to school for. Second option would be then decreasing your spending. So one thing that I'm actually really bad at this, I have to say, thanks to my husband for kind of fixing my situation from years ago. I guess I could make a little video about that another day. But one thing that we do that really helps is we actually track all of our spending. So at the end of the month, I take all of our statements from our bank accounts, from our credit cards, everything like that, and I put that into an Excel file, and I'm able to look at our categories and then be like, what are we spending too much money on? What are we not spending enough money on? Where can we decrease things? What's going on with the apartments and the different work that we're doing there. And that way I can really kind of keep track of that. So I know what our savings rate is and I know how much we have coming in and going out. So I can really accurately predict when I'll be able to have another down payment to buy another property. One other thing that we actually do that's really helpful. So since even we started living together, we've always put money together that overpays our rent into an account. So it really kind of created a nest egg for us. So for example, if your mortgage is $1,200, instead of paying that $1,200, assuming you split it evenly with a partner or even yourself, instead of just paying your rent that extra $1,200, make your rent in your own mind $1,500. That has really added up for us over the years. So we've been able to have a little nest egg that we used for a down payment, that we were able to use towards the repairs or improvements, renovations, things that we had to do in apartments. But that was just really quick, easy money that we had there that we just kind of really didn't think about. So that was actually really nice. Another trick that I do is if you have a direct deposit, I have money go to a savings account that I just cannot touch. That money gets automatically taken out. I only have money going to my account that is like what I can spend in my month. So that pays off my credit card bill, that pays my rent off, but everything else just goes into the savings account that I really try not to look at. This actually came out of, like I said, I've never been really very good at managing money. I had gotten myself into a little bit of a problem a couple years ago. I was running my own business. It was just not making the money that I really wanted. Everything I made had to be back invested into the business, and it just wasn't really fruitful for saving for anything. And it was my husband that really kind of sat me down and was like, hey, listen, if we're going to move forward in our relationship, because we were just kind of dating at the time, and living together, he was like, if we really want to move forward in this, like, we need you to be bringing in extra money. Like, that's the only way that we're really going to be able to hit our goals. So I increased my income. I started tracking my spending. And then we actually increased what we were putting into our rent, for that matter, and what we were kind of building in that nest egg. And then that's when I just started an account. I opened a high yield savings account with Ally, and I just threw all my money in there, and then I didn't even look at it. He had access to it, so he was the only person that actually knew how much money was in there, which was really helpful. Speaking of high yield savings accounts, that's actually going to be my little tip number 5, is to make sure you're saving your down payment in a place where you can actually access it. I feel that that's something that we kind of get a little tied up that we really want to be able to invest our money and be making more with it, but it needs to be in a place that we can kind of grab it when we're ready to use it. So for me, like I said, I use Ally. We also use whole life insurance to be able to, as a vehicle, just to have money in there that we're still kind of investing, but you can actually take that out and a loan against yourself. That's a whole another topic for another day, but that's a strategy. Some people use their 401ks to be able to borrow against that in a similar strategy. So there are ways to do that. So feel free to leave a message in the comment letting me know where you're saving your down payment, and let me know which tip that you found helpful and something that you think you can actually implement to help save for your down payment for your first or maybe your second rental property. Thanks very much. Have a happy Sunday.